Good morning, good morning, good morning. To some it is good morning, to others it is good evening, others good night, others good something. But to the majority it is my day, it is that day, once upon a time, Monday. The fourth day of November. So we come to the day that we all long for. Once upon a time, my day. And our once upon a time Monday is about the two sick men. Two sick men. Once upon a time, there were two men who loved each other. These two men both were seriously ill, and they went to hospital almost at the same time, and they occupied the same hospital room. One of them was allowed to sit up in his bed for an hour each afternoon to help drain the fluid from his lungs. His bed was next to the room's only window. The other man had to spend all his time flat on his back on account of an accident that nearly ruined his spinal cord. The men talked for hours on end. They spoke of their wives, their families, their homes, their children, their jobs, their environment in the military service where they had been on vacation, and so many other things they could remember to fill up the time and spice up the moment. Every afternoon, the man in the bed by the window would sit up and pass the time by describing to his roommate all the things he could see outside the window. The man lying down on the other bed began to live for those 1 hour periods where his world would be broadened and enlivened by all the activity and color of the world outside. The window overlooked a park with a lovely lake. Ducks and swans played on the water, while children sailed their model boats. The man by the window would explain. Young lovers walked arm in arm amidst flowers of every color, and a fine view of the city skyline would be seen in the distance. As the man by the window described all this in exquisite detail, the man on the other side of the room would close his eyes and imagine this scene, which was just beautiful and scenic. One morning, the day nurse arrived to bring water for their baths, only to find the lifeless body of the man by the window, who had died peacefully in his sleep. She was saddened and called the hospital attendants to take the body away. As soon as it seemed appropriate, the other man asked if he could be moved next to the window. The nurse was happy to make the switch, and after making sure he was comfortable, she left him alone. Slowly and painfully, he propped himself up on one elbow to take his first look at the real world outside. He strained to slowly turn to take a look out from the window behind the bed. It faced a blank wall. The man asked the nurse what could have compelled the deceased roommate, who had described such wonderful things outside this window, which to him almost sounded like heavenly. The nurse responded that the man was blind and could not even see the wall because his eyes had been affected in the battlefield when he was a soldier. She said, "Perhaps he just wanted to encourage you and give you hope for the future. Now that he is dead, start seeing something good in life. Don't just lie and complain, whine and pine and lament. There is power in encouragement. Now that you're alone, I'll be coming once in a while. We talk about your days in the military service." All this time, the poor sick man was shedding tears of pain. The story ends there. I think he got well later. Tumemaliza story. Although one man is dead, but one is encouraged. My dear friend, this story tells us about the power of encouragement. The power of encouragement. Encouragement has powers. Allow me to share with you the 5 powers of encouragement. 5 powers of encouragement that we can all be able to get. Encouragement provides awareness. When we encourage people, we let them know what we think and that they matter to us. Encouragement doesn't have to mean that everything is perfect or that there isn't room for growth and improvement. But it does show, however, that there is a foundation to build them. And there is hope. Somebody needs your encouragement. Don't keep quiet. Please. Number 2, encouragement creates belief. When we know that others believe in us, it changes everything. And this I share always with the parents every time I visit various schools. You may be having a son or a daughter who just want to know that dad believes in me. The rest will be magic. You'll be having a son who knows that as long as my mom believes in me, my dad believes in me, I'm okay. When we know others believe in us, actually, it works magic in our life. Number 3, encouragement builds confidence. When we are encouraged, our confidence grows. The encouragement might provide a momentary lift or change someone's confidence for a lifetime. Either way, it matters. And you never know when what you will say will make a big difference in someone's confidence. Please keep encouraging one another. Number 4, encouragement improves attitude. We never feel worse after someone encourages us. Encouragement always, almost by definition, makes us feel better, puts a bounce in our step, and smile on our face. And when our attitude is better, we are healthier, happier, and more and more productive. Why wouldn't we want to provide that to others? Tell me. Finally, number 5, encouragement promotes action. Sometimes moving forward, taking action, and trying new things is hard for everyone and anyone. Look at the 4 items we have just read about: awareness, belief, confidence, attitude. As we have more of any one of these, our ability and willingness to take action grows. Or what do you think? Now imagine something that we could do or say to someone else that grew all the 4. How powerful would that be? Genuine, authentic, meaningful encouragement is that thing. And that is how powerful it can be. Please encourage someone. Encourage someone. To the moms and dads who are dealing with children who are facing addiction and fighting addiction and struggling to get out of addictions, sometimes you feel so frustrated, as you feel that you are getting worked up, keep encouraging them. It's one thing I keep telling my clients: don't give up on yourself. Do not give up on yourself. Dear moms, remind your sons and your daughters to keep trying. Tell them, my son, for 9 months, my womb didn't carry a drunkard. You will overcome. My daughter, for 9 months, my womb didn't carry a lesbian. Please, don't give up on yourself. Encourage one another. If someone is giving up in life, tell them no. We have to live together. The other day, a gentleman told me, Father, I want to commit suicide. And I told him, my brother, I don't know you. But there's one thing I want to tell you. Let us struggle together. And I told him, if all of us were to say, if I have a small problem, we commit suicide, no one would be left in this world. So I told him, look forward. Don't pay attention to what is not working. Pay attention to what is working and the successes you have had in the past. The gentleman is still living. He's not dead. And I can confirm because I talked to him last night. Let's encourage one another, please. Please, please, please. Don't give up. Let it be said that although we died like the sick man in hospital bed, we left behind us an encouraged generation. May God bless you. And may you leave behind you a generation that is stronger than you. Please, thank you.